Okay, there's a lot going on. We need to get on this. We need to get on this. We need to talk about this. 23 alerts. 2-inch hail indicated. 2-inch hail indicated. 2-inch hail tornado indicated. Indicated. What's going up here in Indiana? Indicated. Okay. Oh, Lord. There's a lot going on here. This looks like big hail. Oh, my gosh. Baseball-size hail. Destructive damage throughout. Wind 70 plus. This looks like monster hail just to the south of Walnut Ridge. Northeastern Arkansas. Just to the northeast. Batesville. Between Batesville and Walnut Ridge. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. This looks like it wants to go tornadic as well. With that notch there. Let's see if we've got it. Couple it. This thing might spin up a tornado. There's some serious looking potential for rotation in here. Down between Batesville and, let's see, Walnut Ridge, northeastern. Okay, let me go to my tornado threat here real quickly. What's going on, guys? Give me a second. Okay. Lots of stuff going on. Baseball size hail. Almost 3-inch hail out here in... Sorry it took me so long to get back on. Baseball size hail out here northeastern Arkansas. Damage threat, destructive, winds 70 plus miles per hour. This is, again, northeastern Arkansas, near to the southeast of Walnut Ridge. This is an interesting looking notch. There's definitely a lot of shear in here. There's potential for rotation. I think this thing might get tornado worn soon. I think actually, is that what, are they just putting this out here? Is that what they're doing? This is weird. I think this is for this. It is. I don't know why this is so far out ahead of it. I don't know why they wouldn't warn this too. That's weird. Okay. No explanation for that. Here, Pidgeot. Lime size hail. Okay, yeah, we'll actually... Radar Omega turned that off by accident, but we'll actually turn off that for now. Big hail here, you can tell. There's our couplet. Right there. There's our tornado. On the ground. If you're in Pidgeot, it might already be over you, but if it's not, bottom floor of your house, interior in a closet, or in a storm shelter. I wouldn't even go outside into a storm shelter at this point. I get bottom interior house. This thing is over Pidgeot right now, so... this thing might already be over you guys. It looks like it is, basically. I'm hoping this isn't, this looks to me, could be an EF1, EF2. It's hard to tell. I don't want to, we'll judge, we'll know later, but it could even be strong. It's a decent looking, that was a decent looking couplet. You got a little bit of fresh inflow in there and nice hail core, a little bit of RFD. So let's take a look at this. Another decent looking storm, tornado warning. Again, that one's northeastern Arkansas as well. About to move into southeastern Missouri. This one as well is looking decent. About to move into East Prairie. Southeastern Missouri. About to move into Matthews as well. Let's take a look at our velocities here. There it is. Looks like we got some good rotation down there. Some good shear. Maybe not a tight rotation. That's the signature. About to move through Matthews and East Prairie. Southeastern Missouri. Get into the bottom floor. Away from windows, center of your house if you can. Correlation coefficient on both of these. A little bit there. This isn't the best radar. Interesting what that is, but this storm's back here to the west. Unless Radar Omega is messing with me again. Some hail out back there. This is... Here we go. Again, baseball size hail down here. This thing is massive hail. I think this is going to go... I think that's... Going to put a tornado on the ground in a second. Up here, southern Illinois. Let's take a look at this one. Tough to see CC image. We could see right there. Tough to see. Wow, look at this. You can just tell. You can just tell these are strong winds. You can tell. Look at the way this squall line is. Okay. This is packing some strong winds here down in Southern Illinois. I'll get to chat in a second. Let me just look at some of this stuff. We are definitely watching some potential rotation right there. So, again, that's moving east towards Golconda. Interesting. What else do we have out here to the east? Temple Hill. Down here. To the north of Paducah. To the north of Paducah. Another tornado warning up here in southeastern-ish Indiana. This is right out to the east of Columbus, Indiana. Nice little notch in here. This is probably just like a QLCS EF0, EF1, but let's take a look at it. This could be stronger than an EF1, potentially. People need to get in their safe spot out here in LETs. It can be really hard. You don't want to really assume too much on radar, other than we see rotation and it looks like there may be something on the ground there. There's a reason a lot of these things, or tornadoes get rated after the fact nowadays. Greensburg, I'd get to the bottom of your home into an interior. This is a decent looking radar signature, especially for a QLCS setup. Look at this couplet right here. This could be bringing destructive winds through Waynesburg, Indiana right now. This is what we expected to see. I wouldn't say this is an overperformance or underperformance. I would say this is exactly what we expected. This is maybe a little bit overperformance here. This is a lot of tornado warnings here, and baseball size hail, lime size hail, widespread. We're seeing, okay, I'm getting to chat. Yeah, we're seeing destructive hail. We're seeing 70+ mile per hour winds here, 70+ mile per hour winds, Bay, Michigan, Arnak, Michigan. I need to go look up in Michigan as well. Let's see here. Let me scroll down, see what else we got. There's multiple areas of destructive hail. Let me see if I can get the other one here. Give me a second, guys. This is the other one here. Is this the one I was looking at down in Arkansas? It is. Let me go to the top one. So they're both down here. They're both down here. Destructive hail. Baseball size. Northeastern Arkansas. 70+ mile per hour winds up here in Michigan. This is currently moving through Detroit. Let me know what's going on there in Detroit if anyone in chat is in Detroit. And sorry, I just got on, guys. I've been on for this is the second time I'm on, but 7 minutes. So that's why I'm just assessing what's going on and then getting to your questions. Just assessing it first. Okay. Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky. This isn't too far from you. An hour or two. And that's going to be in there. Middle Tennessee is a little bit later in the evening. Let's take a look at our HRRR. What's going on, Feds? L. Will. Feds, I threw you a sub. Did you get it? Did you get that, Feds? Sam, what's going on? Charles, what's up? Yeah, my allergies stay killing me. They stay bad. Let's see. Columbus, Ohio will get hit by storms and they will lose strength. It's holding pretty well up there to the north, I'll tell you that. You see that, Feds? You're a sub, dude. Yeah. Yeah, so when I do my sub only streams, you can hop in there and chats. Okay, so yeah, so this is holding. There's been a big question of does this squall line look, stay significant as it moves out through Columbus? It's going to be close, but I think it's going to be holding decent strength as it moves through Columbus. Middle Tennessee, if we're looking at timing, here's where we are. This has slowed down a little bit from Middle Tennessee, but I mean, Nashville, 12 to 1 a.m. Eastern. A lot, covering, and then not till 4 a.m. is it out of Middle Tennessee, but there's going to be some strong thunderstorms you can see behind it. This is going to be the severe part of it, though. This wants to hold pretty decently through Ohio. Let's see what it's doing through Columbus on the latest HRRR. It's holding pretty good through Columbus on this latest HRRR. That's a pretty tight boundary there, guys. So it wants to start getting a little weaker after it pushes through Columbus. So you could still have some destructive wind and hail through Columbus. Tornado potential as well, QLCS. So I'd stay alert. That's around 11 p.m. Eastern in Columbus. If I'm coughing and sniffling, it's because it's my allergies. Forgive me. You guys keep giving me roses, and it's making me sneeze. No, I'm just kidding. Allie, I appreciate that. Thank you, Allie. Forget what's going on. How's it looking for New York? I don't think we have an updated risk zone for tomorrow yet, do we? We haven't enhanced. New York is still on a slight all the way up to Albany. So, yeah. You know, I think that's going to be... If you're wondering about timing for New York tomorrow, we can quickly go over to our latest HRRR and take a look at it. So look, you're like, oh, it's gone, right? No, it's gonna reappear. Let me show you something. Let me show you what's gonna happen here. Oh, it's gone, and there it is. You see that? You're like, oh, all the severe weather's coming in New York. Oh, okay, we're good. And then boom. What happens there? Well, the evening hits, and the upper atmosphere cools, and our cap breaks. So, that is why we have severe weather chances all the way up here tomorrow with this. Are we expecting super strong tornadoes to rip through here? Not really. But we could get some strong winds and decent-sized hail. So, something to watch out for tomorrow. Let's take a look at these... Okay, let me just really quickly scan these again, guys, because these are tornadoes on the ground, and I want to make sure people are safe. Let me just scan through these really quickly. We're still looking at baseball-sized hail potential out here. This tornado potential looks sloppy. It still looks like we may have something there. I've noticed that the velocity radars lag a little bit when we have these big events because there's too many dang people on Radar Omega these days, and they need to build up their servers or get more stable servers. But this is a hail core right here. This is moving to the east towards Bono and Brooklyn, northeastern Arkansas. Marmaduke, northeastern Arkansas as well. A lime-sized hail. And again, is there tornado potential out here on our velocity? This is what this is looking at. Hold up. Right there. That velocity isn't looking right. 54. Let's see. Look at this. Couplet here. All right, moving east towards Hooker, Arkansas, Stonewall, Arkansas, Lafayette. Guys, get somewhere safe if you are here or know anyone out here. This does not look like very big cities. These are small, but these are little towns. This does look like it's on the ground there. Anna Julia, I appreciate the sub. Shout out Anna. Thank you, Anna. I'm just scanning these real quick, and I'm getting back to answering questions. Obviously, most important to make sure that people are safe. This doesn't look very impressive. Let's see our CC out here, by the way. Yeah, you know, this could be our tornado right there. Pidgeot, I would still say get in a safe spot. Holcomb, Clarkton, Campbell, Gideon, southeastern Missouri. This looks like a lot of hail out here, but there we go. That was just a radar issue. This is definitely a tornado. Moving east, moving into East Prairie very shortly. And Anniston, get somewhere safe, bottom floor interior of your home. Get away from windows. Get in a sturdy interior room. You don't want to be near the exterior. This is a little bit of a concerning look for me. So this correlation coefficient isn't showing anything crazy, but it's not a great radar sometimes to use because sometimes it misses stuff. I'll just say that. This looks... Okay, last one real quick. This looks to me like we could have something here. And high velocities. There's not much of a rotation signature on these radars. Sometimes I like to look at the wide spectrum width because you can see the correlation coefficient of the winds, which is through here. It's kind of crazy down here south of Seymour. All right. All right. So that's what's going on there. That's moving east into Greensburg, Indiana. By the way, that last one I was talking about. All right. I appreciate the rose. Sarah, what do you think the timing in Savannah, Georgia will be for tomorrow? out near the coast. Without even looking, I'm going to say 5 or I'm going to say 6 or 7 p.m., but let's take a look. That might be. Let's take a look. Look at that. 6 p.m. That's the timing on the latest HRRR. Crazy how that works. And it still looks pretty well put together there. So hail, winds, potentially a tornado or two is possible in Savannah. Again, I think the strength of the tornadoes won't be as significant out here, but have a way to get alerts out there, so Trenton, Michigan area. We have, you guys can see where the rest of our severe thunderstorm warnings are. This is, if you're out here, there's still a chance for tornadoes and destructive wind in Michigan. Everywhere else, you're done for tonight. You could get some strong winds up here, but tornado chances aren't that high up there. This is the thumb. The thumb I'm a little bit concerned with. Most of the rest of Michigan is done for tonight. And I appreciate that, Seb. Let me know if you need anything. If you have any questions. St. Louis underperformed big time. Well, I talked about this in my stream yesterday where I said it looked like a lot of the storms were going to initiate here, just to the southeast of St. Louis. So in my opinion, exactly what I thought happened. So in my opinion, it did what it was supposed to do with St. Louis. I know they put the risk zone over St. Louis, a little bit higher of a risk zone, but that was out of an abundance of caution. All of our short-range models had initiation of these storms down here, just to the severe ones just to the south and southeast of St. Louis. So if you just looked at the risk zone, it looks like an underperformance. But if you were if you paid attention to the radars, it really did what the radars were saying. They expand the risk zones a little bit far out to be safe. Severe thunderstorm warning right there. Extend it over into Seymour and out east towards North Vernon, Indiana. Let's see here. Give me a second, guys. I hope everyone's having a good night. I'm sorry that Monday is tomorrow. Lily Napier? Is that how you say it? I appreciate that, Lily. I probably said that last name wrong. I'm sorry. Lily, I appreciate that. Shane with the Galaxy. Oh my gosh. Shane, I appreciate you. Shane. Thank you. I might need to, let me reset this really quick because I want to get my sound on. Can you look at Louisville, Kentucky, please? Yes, we can. You can see these storms are just out to your west right now. We do have some ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour gusts, just about, I don't even want to do this distance, 100 miles out to your west. I'm so bad with distance on this thing. It's more like 50. That's why I usually don't do distances. My judgment of distance is terrible. My judgment of timing on radars is pretty good. Because I'm good at judging distance in states where I've lived because I know how big the states are, but I'm like, it throws me off a little bit in other states. Yeah. So again, we expect this to hold pretty strong through Louisville. So I would say strong winds and large hails possible. Significant tornadoes as well are possible. Again, we're still really looking just south of Louisville for these SIG-TORs down here, but it's not impossible to get a significant tornado in and around Louisville. Less likely, though. It's less likely, but we got to pay attention to that. Right now, most of the severe weather sphere set is cranking down here in the southern squall and then a little bit to the north, so it's looking pretty good. You did get another severe thunderstorm warning right here just off to your west, but that's moving to the northeast. Shane, I appreciate you. Shane, go off. Here, let me go back up and chat real quick. Cincinnati, I'm seeing a lot of people saying Cincinnati. Yeah. There's some, this tornado warning was extended. This squall line looks pretty decent right here. We'll go into the actual closer reflectivity in a second, but this is kind of headed out towards Cincinnati. So, big problem is the sun is setting out here, right, guys? If you're out there, the sun should be setting right out here. So, if it hasn't set already, I mean, it's set here, but I'm way out to the east. Sun should be setting. The upper atmosphere is cooling. This is going to cause some destabilization down at the surface. You can get a cap that wants to break. So we could see a brief period of intensification through with this squall line here. So we'll have to see. Surface heating can break your cap. but also cooling in the upper atmosphere. My family lives in East Prairie, Missouri. They are in their shelter. Good. Good. Let me go to East Prairie again real quick. We were looking... let me get back there. East Prairie, right there? Okay, good. Radar indicate it, but let's take a look at it. Hopefully we've seen a downtrend in this thing. We can probably see rotation on the radar. You can see rotation on the radar. I'm glad they're in a shelter. Right there. And there's the couplet. Yes, I'm glad they're in their shelter because this may be over them already. Sometimes, especially the velocity radar, will lag behind. But if it's not, it's 10 to 15 minutes away. It's not the scariest tornado I've ever seen on radar, but it could definitely be a pretty damaging tornado. So no point in taking chances. It's a pretty decent looking couplet on here. So very likely there's a tornado on the ground there. Correlation coefficient isn't picking up much, but that's normal sometimes. So this is just a lot of rotation here. So hopefully, this should all be over within the next 30 minutes down there. Or sooner. Again, this looks to be pretty decent as well over here. Heading straight into Clarkton. Heading straight into Clarkton, Missouri. Let's take another look down here. I just want to keep you guys updated on this. This is headed towards Marmaduke. I feel like Marmaduke's already had severe weather today. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like this is a second round. What is my velocity radar doing out here? Yeah, there's some high velocities in here heading to the east towards Marmaduke. So I would get in a safe spot if you're out there. I don't know what that velocity is doing. Correlation coefficient, some hail in there. This has been worrying me. The storm down here, large hail core, destructive baseball size hail. It's been recorded, and correlation coefficient. That's what you can see there. We've got a pretty good hail signature in here, and let's take a look. This looks to me like we could have a nadir on the ground heading east towards Brooklyn and Jonesboro and Lake City, Arkansas. And then again, Marmaduke, Arkansas up here to the north. So those all look like they could be on. Sometimes you look at them and you're like, it doesn't look like it's on the ground. Maybe it's just a funnel cloud rotating. But those look like they could be on the ground. So, and this one, you can kind of see it rotating on the radar. This is it right here, guys. This one really quick. About to move into Napoleon out towards Sunman, Indiana. This is a decent rotation as well. Right in here. So, if you're out here, Batesville, Brookville, you never know. Sometimes these things wobble north. Sunman, Napoleon, it's over your head basically, but get in a safe spot. All right, back to chat. Usually storms a weekend before getting to Lexington, Kentucky. What's different tonight, please? And thanks. With this setup, that same thing could happen. We're going to get a little burst of energy with these storms here, and that's what's happening right now as the sun sets and we get a cooler atmosphere. That warm parcel at the surface is going to be allowed to rise and ignite and fuel and really light up these thunderstorms. So we're going to get a brief period, I think, of really strong or strengthening along this line, which we're already seeing. That is why we're seeing this. All these warnings, tornado warnings right here. It's still favorable to begin to weaken around Lexington and Columbus, but it's just really going to be close. What are your thoughts about Columbus, Georgia? When at worst could be. We can take a look at that really quickly. HRRR. We'll have to go back down. Ooh, we're near 00ZHRRR next. Come on, give me a load. Load for me. Come on. Come on, Radar Omega. Don't do this to me. Load for me, please. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this could actually be pretty decent around Columbus, Ohio. Around 12 in the afternoon tomorrow, give or take an hour. These things never keep their same speed. strong winds, hail, and tornadoes are all possible. You would think you would only get a QLCS tornado down there. You know, your strong EF2 pluses probably aren't very likely, but that would be the time. Middle of the day, you'd want to watch out. Just stay weather alert. It'll be good. Sellersburg, Indiana. I thought this had already passed over you guys. Let's go to Sellersburg. Oh, no. Yeah, forgot. You guys are basically Louisville. You're right. You are right. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, go look out to your west. You're probably seeing a lot of lightning out there. Ping pong ball size hail, quarter size hail. This is interesting because these storms aren't moving straight east. So even though they're right next to you, it could take a little bit longer to move into your area. But I would say within an hour, you're going to have things are going to go downhill for you. And the squall line's still pretty strong. There's a lot of people are experiencing very strong gusts and some decent hail all up and down the squall line still. Hopefully we don't get any spin ups up there. We don't see any right now. When's the weather going to hit northern Alabama? Cody, what's going on? Project, I appreciate it. Cody, I appreciate it. Shout out Allie. Joy, I appreciate that. Looks really dark. Salisbury, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah, northern Alabama. Northern Alabama. Thank you, Joanne Cresley. All right, let's see here. You can see this main squall line begin moving into around Florence at 3 a.m. and then into Huntsville around 5 a.m. Could be earlier, could be a little bit later, but that's the timing for you. Okay, we're still watching these areas. Just to remind you guys, tornado warning in and around Decatur, Indiana. Sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing that. Dunklin, Missouri. Clay, Arkansas. Craighead, Arkansas. Green, Arkansas. Lawrence, Arkansas. Green, Arkansas. Clay, Arkansas on that one. Franklin, Indiana. Ripley, Indiana. Dearborn, Indiana. Mississippi, Missouri. Carlisle, Kentucky. And New Madrid, Missouri. You want to be somewhere safe in your home if you don't have a storm shelter. We'll get back into these in a second. Let me answer a couple more questions. What's the odds I don't have school tomorrow? You pronounced I pronounced it wrong. Let's see how we pronounce it. Here we go.
Decatur.
Decatur. God, I'm so bad at this, guys. I'm so bad at pronouncing some of these names. Like I said, English, math, and science were always great for me. English wasn't. Oak Grove, Kentucky. Let's take a look at Oak Grove, Kentucky. You guys are in that SIGTOR potential. You're also in the damaging wind potential. You're also in the gorilla hail-ish potential. So when this thing's moving through, have a way to stay updated on these alerts for sure. Right now, with the latest HRRR, it looks like this thing's going to be knocking on your door at 10, and you may be experiencing some severe weather at 11. Southwestern Indiana, you know, there's some strong storms still moving through southwestern Indiana. You guys are going to be out of this within an hour or two, though. The worst is going to be over within an hour or two, but there's still some strong storms moving in. None are warned. But there are pretty high cloud tops and strong thunderstorms in here. Like this right here looks like it has some good winds, and you have some hail cores in here too, moving through Mount Vernon up to the northeast towards Princeton, Oakland City, and Highland, Evansville. What does tomorrow's threat look like? Anna said Cincinnati. I got you. Give me a second. No, it's not going to put it on the map for me. Here's what tomorrow's threat looks like. Since Radar Omega wants to do nothing for me. Let's try this again. It's not highlighting our day 2. There you go. We'll just do the tornado threat for tomorrow. But severe weather all the way through this region. Our biggest tornado threat is through here, our 15%, that yellow. Second biggest tornado threat is this brown. So you've got the 2, 5, and then 10% threat. But there's some more. We can look at our wind threat for tomorrow. Again, pretty big area. That wind threat is right around. The wind threat isn't always where the biggest tornado threat is, but in this case it is. And then hail as well. Look at where this hail 15% is down here to the southeast. So let's also look at, yeah, there's our categorical risk for tomorrow. This is going to be afternoon, late evening timing. Well, super early in the morning, afternoon, late evening. All right, let's get back over here. And let's take a look at some of these alerts again. 1 second, guys. Almost 2-inch hail near Clay, Arkansas, Green, Arkansas, and Randolph, Arkansas still. Tornado possible, 70-mile-per-hour winds. Considerable damage near Union, Ripley. How did we pronounce it? Decatur. Decatur, Fayette, Franklin, Wayne, Indiana. Tornado possible, 70-plus mile-per-hour winds near Lapeer, Sinilac, Macomb, and St. Clair, Michigan. Lots of thunderstorm warnings and stuff, but I want to get to the most significant looking ones right now. All these tornadoes are radar indicated, which is sometimes good. Sometimes it means just someone hasn't seen it. But these ones up at the top with this 2-inch hail, you've got a ping pong ball size. This is Clay, Arkansas, Green, Arkansas, and then Craighead, Arkansas, Green, Arkansas, and Lawrence, Arkansas, in and around those areas. I really quickly did want to cover the one that we had up here again. Let me just zoom in. Give me 1 second, guys. East Prairie, since I know we had someone's family who was here. Let's take a look at this one more time. Looks to be past East Prairie. I think this is lagging a little behind. It looks to be past it. If you're in East Prairie, you should probably wait 10 to 20 minutes to be safe, but I would wait 10 to 20 minutes, but you can see this looks to be past it now, but you wait a little. You should wait a little bit longer. It does look like it weakened, which is good. It does look like it weakened. Let's take a look at this one again. Pretty strong velocities in there. This looks like our couplet right in here, moving east towards Young's Corner, St. Peter, and Cedar Grove, Indiana, southeastern Indiana. All right. Southwest Indiana, severe thunderstorm warning, right? Someone said there is one just to the east of Evansville that's moving through Boonville. Yes, there's probably some decent hail in this storm. Some good velocities, too. Not impossible we get some rotation in here. It doesn't look like we have a tornado on the ground, though, so I wouldn't worry about that yet. But hail, strong winds with this one just to the east of Boonsville, moving up to the north towards Dale, Indiana. Northeast Arkansas, Jonesboro. Yes. We have this system just to the west of Jonesboro that's been a little concerning for a while. This is the same system that was dropping baseball hail not too long ago. This is a pretty strong signature here. We're seeing 80-mile-per-hour velocities in here. So now these usually underdo it, I'll tell you that. But we're seeing 80-mile-per-hour velocities in here. Where did my 80-mile-per-hour signature go? I just had it. 78. Anyways, this is trying to become something significant. Now, this looks like it'll hopefully go north of Jonesboro, but these things can wobble. Brooklyn, Jonesboro needs to watch out. Monette. I mean, that's a pretty good signature, guys. Let's take a look at base velocity. And let's go look at... Yeah, this thing looks like it's about to move over Bono. I'd get in a safe spot in your house right now. Bottom floor interior. Storm shelter. Brooklyn, Jonesboro as well. How does this look on a reflectivity again? You can kind of see it starting to wrap here. So, a little bit concerning looking. This down in Newport looks like it is decent looking cell as well. I don't like when they're by themselves down here. They have the whole sky to themselves to pull up all that energy. Not associated with this squall line here. So, Gig, what's going on? Uthan Carmen. Appreciate you. New Philadelphia, Ohio. 1 second, guys. Cincy, let me do that first, then I'll do New Philadelphia. All right. These storms aren't too far away from moving into Cincy. Worst of it looks to move in around between 9 and 10 p.m. If this were right, you guys would be having hail right over your head. Let's do this. I'm going to go over to Pivotal Weather real quick so we can get a little bit higher quality details. Okay. Let me do this for you guys real quick. Let me pull up the impasse 48 severe weather reflectivity so we can look at this even better. This is going to give us a better look. Okay. I'm not going to adjust this because I'll adjust this really quickly. Okay. Let's go in here really quickly. Let's go into, actually, let's go to the HRRR 23Z, and then let's move down into the Ohio Valley so we can get even better. This thing is wanting sig tours. You can see right down here throughout the night. This is showing the potential for a sig tour up here as well. Okay, Owensboro up towards Louisville. We got to watch that. The squall line still looks like it's holding through Cincy. It's going to hold pretty strong through Cincy and Columbus, Ohio. Let me look at the sig tour potential. Yeah, I mean, it wants to hold sig tour potential through Cincy as well. Really good shear. Cape's a little weak. Ooh, interesting. Thinks your cap might not break. Good helicity and good surface shear though. So, yeah, Cincinnati and Columbus, Ohio might still be getting. This thing might hold on as it moves through you guys. So, pay attention to that. Okay, let me get back here. Okay, let me put this out in the middle. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Let me get this back to where it was. Okay. I'm not going to be on at 5 a.m. That's usually when I wake up for work, unfortunately. Mesomat might stay up for that. So he might. Can I go to sleep in Hopkinsville, Kentucky tonight? Let's see. I mean, you can. You can go to sleep wherever you want, you know. Hopkinsville is a concerning area because as we just looked at the HRRR, it's still seeing SIGTOR potential in this region tonight, meaning our strongest tornadoes could be affected in here. It's going to be a little... You can go to sleep. Just have your warnings on. Have a way to get woken up, you know, by a warning. 10 p.m., it looks like you could probably go to sleep closer to 11:30 p.m. Okay? Are you guys... Or that would be 10:30. I think you guys are Central Time, so that would be like 10:30 your time. Lexington. I feel like I forgot one. Oh, I forgot New Philadelphia. I'll get there. Lexington is... Come on, Radar Omega. Oops. It wasn't Radar Omega, it was me. Let's look at our timing for Lexington. 11 p.m. to midnight Eastern. This is holding a pretty good line here. This looks like it could have some destructive wind and large hail as well. So, yeah, that doesn't look like it wants to clear out of Lexington until at least... I mean, you could have thunderstorms until at least 2, 3 a.m., but the worst of it's probably going to be done by midnight. But we'll see, we'll see how it goes. Again, let me just take another double check on these tornado warnings that we have. I don't know why it keeps going to that. This still does look like potential tornado on the ground moving towards Brooklyn to the north of Jonesboro, Arkansas. So, getting a safe spot there. Update on this one. Not seeing anything too impressive, but this is some rotation in here, moving up to the northeast towards Lilburn and New Madrid, southeastern Missouri. And then another one right here. This one looks a little bit more impressive. Just to the south of, did this one wobble south? It looks like it's past East Prairie now, which is good. Yes, it is. So they should be in the clear there. Yeah, they should be in the clear there now. Let's go. Yeah, this thing is out to the east and south of them. It looked like it came down a little bit south. 1 second, guys. Yeah, this is if we have something rotating, it's still down there. Okay. Let me just double check up here. Let's check this tornado warning. 3 minutes. This is going to expire. It doesn't look like there's much there, so that's good. Well, that could just be that hail. Could just be that hail, but there's some rotation. This might just be in the clouds. Why is the dog barking? Probably my son's probably pulling his tail or something. Right? Scaring him. Can you do Hamilton, Ohio? Yeah, let me do, what was it called? Like New Philadelphia? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing does look like it's going to fall apart before it gets to New Philadelphia, but it's not a guarantee. It is not a guarantee. You can see this wants to get messy as it gets to New Philadelphia, and hopefully this will just be some thunderstorms and not severe. It could hold the line there, but right now it's not looking too bad. Hail and strong winds possible. Tornadoes not going to be strong. Tornadoes not going to be super likely up there. Let's hope that does fall apart as this as the latest HRRR is showing. Yeah, that's same with Cleveland, Ohio. Same with what I just said. It wants to fall apart up there. No problem, Alyssa. How's Wednesday's outlook? Wednesday's outlook looks crazy. It looks much. Wednesday's outlook looks way worse than this. In the same exact spot almost. So that's what's concerning. What's up, the Jersey Railroad? Where's New Jersey? In New Jersey's supposed to start seeing thunderstorms. Let's take a look for you. Watch these storms fall apart and then come back together right before they go over Jersey. Watch this. This is what's going to potentially bring you your severe weather as early as 7 p.m. tomorrow. But we might not see these enter over to, central and coastal Jersey until what, around 9? Yeah, 9 p.m. So we'll say 6 to 10 p.m. This thing could speed up or slow down a little bit, but I'd say 7, 8. We talked about Cincinnati a lot, so I'm going to take a second from that. Cincinnati, it still looks like we're going to have a pretty good squall line moving through. So there was debate how much it was going to weaken before it moved through there, but Noonan, Georgia. I got you. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I remembered. Noon in Georgia. I remembered. Jordan, I appreciate you. Noon in Georgia. That was the last question I said I would answer real quick. Okay, so what's going on, guys? Let's see. Noon in Georgia. Let's look at... Yeah, you guys are going to be in enhanced tomorrow, so that's... You're going to want to stay weather alert when this is moving through. You could have some decent severe weather with this. Let's go back to our 22Z. It's probably going to show us. Yeah. Right now, this looks to move in tomorrow around between, let's call it between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. So again, these storms will speed up and slow down. So definitely possible to have some strong winds and hail associated with this. Not impossible to have a QLCS tornado either. So, I mean, you could... Everything's possible with the severe weather. That's why they have you in an enhanced zone in a 15% tornado risk zone. So be aware. Be aware of that tomorrow. That's going to be tomorrow morning to early afternoon for you guys, potentially. So, well, it will be, but, you know, the timing could change a tiny bit, but not going to change drastically. Could change by an hour, but it's not going to change by 5. Can we do a time run through for Ohio by chance by Cleveland? Sorry, my radar app is completely broken. Yeah. Let's go to HRRR. So here we are right now. Here, oops. Let's go to where we are. This is actually a little bit ahead. Okay. So, okay. 9 p.m., 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're basically out of Ohio. But this thing's moving over. Cincy, an hour or two. Columbus, 2 to 3 hours. Cleveland, 3 to 4 hours. Then off to the east. Who cares about everyone else? Right now, I'm just kidding, guys. Just don't know any other major cities out there. Ooh, guys, this is gonna be... I know we're on the HRRR, but let me just scan through these. What is the red shape by Cincy? This is a tornado warning, and that's what we're about to go back through these tornado warnings to get updates on them. So let's take a look at the reflectivity first. Tiny bit of rotation in the reflectivity. Some strong velocities. Not a really strong rotation signature anywhere in here, but some strong velocities. The strongest rotation I see is up there to the north, south of Bath, but we could see something in here moving to the north of Harrison out towards Hamilton, Ohio. Tornado warning. Oh, okay. Well, okay. This one's going right towards Cincy. Wait, why is Cincinnati's airport in Kentucky? You guys are too poor for your own airport? All right, tornado warning right to the southwest of Cincinnati. I knew you guys didn't have nice things. This looks like it right here. This looks like the couplet beginning to form. I'm sorry if I offended anyone in Cincinnati. This looks like it's about to head through Pleasant. It doesn't look like a super strong tornado on the ground, but we could have an EF1, EF0. Treat it like it's a very strong tornado. You never know with these things. So this is moving out towards Pleasant, towards Rising Sun, Burlington, Florence, right towards Cincinnati. This thing may strengthen. Sometimes I like to look at the location. Okay, so check out where this is. Here's our squall line, and then this begins to curve. A lot of times down towards the southern part of these QLCS systems, you get better inflow, and you get tornadoes that can last a little bit longer. So that's why you're seeing these down here and not as many up here. So this will have some potential, I think, to strengthen. Caleb and Ashley, I appreciate the sub. Thank you, guys. So if you are in Cincy and Florence, Burlington, Independence, Rising Sun, and around the surrounding areas, be aware that you are in a tornado warning. It is radar indicated, quarter-size hail, 60-plus mile-per-hour gust, but it could strengthen. Same if you're up in Hamilton, Ohio, Fairfield, Forest Park, even down in Sharonville. You're almost guaranteed very strong winds and some hail. Not all of you hail, but some hail with this. The question is, do these tornadoes strengthen or dissipate? And they have some room right here to intensify. So Let's keep an eye on those closely. Neither of them look like they're super destructive tornadoes on the ground. But these things can go from nothing to something really quickly. So you should be, if you're in these tornado warnings, bottom floor of your house, interior, in a safe room or in a tornado shelter. And if you're out here, you should be watching these very, very closely. I only say that because I don't want anyone to freak out yet. I'm not looking at an EF5 wedge tornado on the map, but these things can spin up very, very quickly. We do have still a little bit of a rotation there. Southeastern Missouri, just to the southwest of New Madrid. Sorry, guys, I got to get these updates on these tornadoes, make sure people are good. A little bit of rotation in there. Correlation coefficient, there's some hail in there. Nothing wild, but there could be a tornado on the ground headed up there towards New Madrid. This Jonesboro one is interesting. Look at this. Really, really just crazy rotation through here and high velocities. So, oops, I didn't mean to do the double screen. We don't need that right now. Well, we could. No, you guys it's going to be cut off a little bit for you. We'll do this. High velocities. Stop. There we go. You know, this thing is trying to put a tornado on the ground here. It may. Let's look at the CC here. I'm not seeing a super strong tornado signature. What I am seeing is some really strong shear in here. Because if this was your tornado couplet, this would be like a 25-mile wide tornado. That's not possible. So, right in here, we could have a tornado moving over Brooklyn right now, out towards Lake City, Leachville, northeastern Arkansas. You can see this thing wanting to spin up right through here. So, right in here. So, let's keep an eye on that as well. Where's my sirens? We now have severe thunderstorm warning right over Dayton, Ohio, right to the west of Springfield. You must mean a tri-state twin wedge EF5 with multiple vortices, right? Yeah, that's what I meant, Fitz. Jenna, new. I thought I said New Madrid. Did I not say New Madrid? That's what I thought I said. Did I say Real Madrid? Probably because I was watching actually wasn't watching Real Madrid. I was watching Real Madrid basketball earlier in the day. I probably said Real Madrid, didn't I? One second, guys. I'm just looking at chat for a second. I know I miss everything. Nashville, Tennessee. We'll go over that in a second. Madrid. Sir, you turned off your sirens, I believe. No, they're just not working. They're just not working. Look, sorry guys, 1 second. Let's double check that. They're not working. Look. Alarm. Let's turn off, back on. Alarm on. Everything's on. So annoying. It's just radar Omega. It's just radar Omega that is not working properly. It's been having tons of issues lately, and it's so frustrating. All right, we're getting some. Oh, whoa! Texas, Jacksonville, Texas. We have tennis ball, hail, 70+ mile per hour winds, considerable damage threat down here. Lots of lightning. Right over Jacksonville, Texas, New Summerfield. What this tells me is we're probably going to see some more storms sparking up here. Look down to our southwest. So, northeastern Texas, get ready. We might see some more firing up down there. Also, we might see some extending down here through Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Hot Springs as well. Big hail down there to the south of Tyler, Texas. Moving up to the northeast, Jacksonville, New Summerfield, and Henderson. Let's get back here. Can you say what's going to happen with Boonville, Mississippi? You guys are in a hatched area. SIG tours are possible. Significant tornadoes, EF2 plus. Hopefully we don't get them, but they're possible. There'll be ingredients there. We just don't want them to spin up. And for you as well, we're going to be watching for the potential for that gorilla hail, 2, 3, 4 inch hail. Most people aren't going to see it, but you are in a high risk zone there. So we need to pay attention to you guys, Boonville. Things are really going to start going downhill as it looks right now around 1 a.m., give or take an hour Eastern. So midnight for you. And hopefully that's all going to be blown over by around 3 a.m. for you. Did someone just say Jonesboro, Arkansas? We have golf ball size hail over there. Jonesboro, Arkansas. Yes, we've got a. You're in a tornado warning, and it looks like it was to your north, but it looks like you have big hail falling on you right now. I mean, these velocities in here are crazy. You don't have a super tight spin though, so it doesn't look like we have a super intense tornado on the ground. We just have a lot of rotation in the upper atmosphere here. With these, with this wind shear. This couplet's trying to get itself together again, moving out to the east. Just might move just to the north of Tiptonville, Tennessee. Let me get an update on this storm to the southwest of Cincinnati, where we have a tornado warning. There. Trying to get some rotation together right in there. Correlation coefficient. Not much going on. That's a good sign. A little bit, though. A little bit. This looks like big hail about to head through Hamilton and New Miami, Ohio. Nothing major on the velocity radars, which is good. Or the correlation coefficient, which is good. Again, tennis ball hail falling from the sky right over Jacksonville. Texas, New Summerfield moving up towards Henderson, Texas. Will North Carolina get anything tomorrow? You'll get some severe weather. Not everyone will get it, but some of you guys will. Our timing for North Carolina tomorrow, we're going to see it move into the Smoky Mountains down there, potentially around 7, 8 a.m. That's going to dissipate. And then this is our main setup. Here we go. Let's go to the 18Z. And then this is our main setup. So Charlotte, 4 or 5 p.m.-ish. Greensboro, 5, 6 p.m.-ish. Durham, Raleigh, 6, 7 p.m.-ish. And then out towards the coast around 10 p.m. Not impossible to get some strong winds, hail, or even a QLCS tornado out there. Nashville time into this. Nashville time, it looks like the worst is going to move through. Is Tennessee split in the middle? Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, Tennessee is split in the middle time zone wise. Oh, it's so annoying. Yeah, so Nashville, this would be around 11 p.m. for you tonight. So 11, 12, 1, we're going to want to pay attention. I'd start paying attention closer to 10 p.m. though, because your thunderstorms could start earlier, or your severe potential could start earlier. You are in a hatched zone, means EF2 tornadoes are possible. EF2 plus significant tornadoes. Significant wind damage is possible, and or significant winds, 80 plus mile per hour gusts, and gorilla hail as well. So everything you should have weather alerts on tonight. If you go to bed, just have a way for weather alerts to wake you up. Most people are going to be perfectly fine. The majority of everyone aren't going to be majorly affected, but better be safe than sorry. There's going to be severe weather associated along the squall line, especially down here in this yellow hatch zone, tornado zone. All right, my alarms are working. Cleveland, this is for you. Yeah, no, Cleveland, Ohio is chilling. I really think that this thing's going to fall apart before it gets there, but not necessarily. So, still wants to hold its own around 10 to 11 p.m. Eastern time as it moves through Cleveland. Strong winds and hail, definitely a possibility. Can't rule out a tornado, but it would likely be weaker. So that's what's going on for you. 25-mile wedge, I'd cry. I know, Sophie. Can you imagine? Caleb. Caleb is Kale. Caleb, I appreciate you. Money good. I appreciate you, Caleb. I hope Columbus area clears by 11 p.m. It could. This would have to speed up a little bit, though, because 11 p.m. looks like when it wants to move through. Is Kentucky good? We're especially worried about central to western Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky isn't expected to see as bad, but the way the HRRR looks, you could have still some strong winds and hail out there in eastern Kentucky as well. Can't rule out a tornado. Where's Powell County, Kentucky? Yeah, again, that's what I was looking at here. Looking at the way the HRRR holds this structure. Can't rule out destructive winds through this region out here, Powell County. The possibility of those 70 to 80 plus mile per hour wind gusts and some pretty big hail. Your tornado chances drop a little bit after we pass out here, but still QLCS tornadoes possible. I would stay up, and or not stay up, at least have weather alerts on. This is going to be a 11 p.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m. ish issue for you guys. I like to give a little bit of an area because these storms speed up and slow down weird. I appreciate follow subs, guys, gifts. You guys just being in here. Hopefully I'm giving you good information. If anyone's in here for the first time, I post updates on severe weather every single day. Every day I post one video a day, and it's updates on the severe weather. It could be severe weather, hurricane, snow, whatever is the most significant thing that's affecting the U.S. or all the significant things in the lower 48 I cover every day in my video. And then I go live every night. Sometimes 6 days a week, but usually it's 7 days a week. I'm live every night. So I appreciate you guys. One day, hopefully I'll be doing this full time. But you guys get me a little bit closer. So I appreciate you guys being in here, trusting me. And I know what I'm talking about. I've been obsessed with weather my entire life. So this is what I've always studied. So Madisonville, Kentucky. Let's see here. Let's go to Madisonville, Kentucky. Here we are. Where are you guys? Oh, you've got a severe thunderstorm warning right out to your west. Actually, you're part of that severe thunderstorm warning. Let's scoot in here a little bit. I don't know why it keeps taking me to that radar, but that's fine. Some decent looking hail out to your west. Hopefully you get a little bit of this rain that's out ahead of this squall line here. That could help de-intensify these storms out to your west a tiny bit. There is a little bit of shear rotation, like, I don't love what this velocity radar is doing out here. We have some high velocities and some rotation that looks like it wants to develop out there. But for now, we're not seeing a tornado warning, and I don't think we should be seeing one. I think we have a little bit of rotation in the clouds, but there's no tornado on the ground there. 60 plus mile per hour winds, 70 plus are possible as this heads out east. So this is going to be affecting you guys probably 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. Look at this down here. Is this thing re-intensifying? Just to the north of Lake City? Still, look at this. This is just a crazy looking velocity down here. Some good hail. Just to the north of Lake City. Heading out towards Manila and Blytheville, Arkansas. Getting a safe spot there. Lastly, before I get back to chat, let me recheck our tornado warning just to the west and southwest of Cincinnati. Not looking very impressive on the reflectivity. Not looking very impressive on the velocity either. So I'd still say Rising Sun, Burlington, Florence. That's in southeastern Indiana. I would say getting a safe spot out here and keep an eye on it, Cincy, but right now it's not looking insane. Definitely hail and wind. This tornado warning just got expanded up here, though, through New Miami, Ohio, and Middletown. I'll call it Middleton. Franklin, Lebanon, Ohio. This just got expanded. Let's take a look at the velocity radar here. Tiny couplet potential right in here. Again, not looking super impressive, which is a good sign, but this thing wants to wrap up here and move through Trenton, Middleton, Lebanon, Ohio. So be aware of that. Another severe thunderstorm warning right here. We're starting to see these moving into Kentucky, Mayville, Kentucky. Some strong storms heading right towards you. Owensboro, you guys are about to have some decent weather moving through. Honestly, I'm seeing worse, some more significant looks down here and some more significant up to the north. Owensboro might get, well, we'll see. We'll see. These storms are a little concerning moving up to the northeast. Meg Welch, what's going on? I appreciate you. We're in Cincinnati and under a tornado warning and in a shelter. Cincinnati is under a tornado watch right now. The warning's right out to your west, but the warning is facing you guys. So if this warning does get extended, it will be over Cincinnati. So it is, if you have a shelter, it's best to be in one. Because this does have some space out ahead of it to intensify, some clear air. So this is where it looks like it is right now, heading towards rising sun. Then it would be Florence, and then we're concerned about Fort Thomas, Cincinnati area, Covington, Fort Mitchell. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on this right now because you've got tornado warnings to the north, just to the north of Cincy, and then this one to the southwest heading towards Cincy. Louisville, Kentucky. Good old Louisville, Kentucky. Nice. Look at this down here, guys. I lied. This is a good-looking line. I was probably looking at the wrong radar. This is a good-looking... This is a good-looking QLCS right here that's about to move through Owensboro. Where they're only saying 60-mile-per-hour winds. Not too big a hail. I don't know. I might need to give someone a call out there, if you know what I mean. Let's see. On my local news, they said there was a funnel cloud west of Middleton, Ohio. There is. I don't see a tornado on the ground, but there could be. But I see a funnel cloud. I do. I was just talking about Owensboro. Isn't that good enough for you, Evansville? I guess you guys are way out there to the west. Let me pull back into Evansville. You guys, the worst of it's over for you guys. Thunderstorms in there. Worst of it's over. Worst of it's over. How's Bowling Green, Kentucky looking for the rest of the night? Yeah, you guys are in a SIG tour risk zone. So it's looking rough for you guys. Prepare for this thing to move through. Are you Central Time? 11 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Eastern. We'll say 10 to 12 Eastern, so we'll say 9 to 11 Central Time. Could be packing a punch there, so keep your alerts on. Hopefully that thing doesn't drop any tornadoes around that area. The way my weather app looks 10 times different than this, just going to start tuning it out. Sophie. Our sirens just turned off. Okay, good. I don't know if they're going to extend this. This tornado warning to the southwest of Cincinnati expires in 4 minutes. So hopefully this thing does go away. It's not looking like we have a... It's not looking like we even have much rotation in this one right now. Looks like it's weakening, so this is good. Hopefully Cincinnati, Rising Sun, Burlington, Florence are spared. Does look like it's weakening. We did get another severe thunderstorm warning Now, both halves of Cincinnati have it. Now, regardless of this tornado or not, this is going to be pretty strong winds and maybe some hail moving through Cincinnati very soon. We'll see if that tornado warning is extended, though. New tornado warning down here. Harrisburg, Arkansas. New tornado warning. This looks like it could be something significant. This is moving straight towards Harrisburg, Arkansas. Get in a safe spot right now. Bottom floor, interior of your home or storm shelter right now. Hurry up. This thing is right out to your west, and this thing looks like it wants to become a hook tornado. I can already tell you. Rear flanking downdraft, inflow right here, hook. So this thing is set up correctly to become a strong tornado. And I hope it doesn't, but we've got the velocities there for it as well. So this, yeah, and look at our correlation coefficient already. Harrisburg, Arkansas, Lepanto, Marked Tree, Truman, Arkansas. Get somewhere safe. That's the most impressive look we've seen on any of these tornadoes so far here. Especially based on this radar look. Right here. What time is it right now? 8:43 p.m. All right, yeah. Is it? Let's see. Are they going to extend this 2 minutes? Not extend it right now. How's our storm doing down here? 7-mile-per-hour gusts. Golf ball size hail moving through Summerfield, Texas right now, up towards Henderson, Texas. I'd watch out for these storms down here. They are capable of producing. That's central to southern Arkansas. Bellefontaine. That is the longest word I've ever seen in my life. Bellefontaine. Bellefontaine, Ohio. You guys are about to see some storms moving through. Now, they don't look... Let's go to a local radar. Oof, that one stinks. What is going on? What is this? Hello? What is this, guys? Okay. Yeah. This, we were not seeing really any hail in here. Lighter winds potentially up here. So hopefully that holds. You can see some higher cloud tops down here to the south, meaning more intense storms. So seeing this weaken slightly up here to the north. Hopefully that holds, but you're going to see, could get some gusty winds and some small hail up here. We'll have to see. We'll watch it, but that's going to be 30-ish minutes for you guys out to your west, maybe less. 20. Yeah, did you see that? What is this? What are you doing, Radar Omega? How am I supposed to do anything? Looks like one of those fans. You know what I mean? Okay. Did they take off our Cincy tornado warning? They did. That's good. Let me get back in here and make sure we don't see any rotation starting up again. Cincy, I think you're in the clear tornado-wise. Not quite in the clear. Some big hail right out to your west and some strong winds about to move through. Trenton, Ohio as well. Let's check on this one more time. High velocities. Not seeing a super strong tornado signature, but definitely a funnel cloud moving out here or rotating out here potentially just to the what it's about to move through Trenton, Middleton, Franklin, Lebanon, Ohio area. This squall line looks pretty strong right here. All right, okay, this tornado warning up to the north. Jonesboro is gone. Let's take one more look down here. Observed tornado. This is observed. This is the one I've been worried about. This is starting to hook. This is a concerning tornado. This could be a SIG-TOR wanting to produce Harrisburg, Mark Tree, Lepanto, Truman. Get ready. Hopefully you know, this, we'll see. This could end up being something strong, long track heading out towards, heading out east into eastern Tennessee there, or into western Tennessee there. So, all right, chat, what's going on? Columbia, Tennessee area? You guys are in that SIG tour potential. Another severe thunderstorm warning. Just extended over Tell City in Lewisport, Kentucky. Yeah, so you guys are in that SIG tour area, and we are watching potentially the strongest conditions moving through. I believe you're central there, central time. It'd be 12 to 2 a.m. Eastern. I would say 12. I would say 1 to 3 a.m. Eastern. So 12 to 2 a.m. Central. Strong winds, hail, tornadoes are all a possibility. So have a way to get weather alerts waking you up. Unless you plan on staying up all night. Alexis, what's going on? Yeah, Louisville, you've got storms on top of you right out to your west. Go look outside to the west. I think that these are going to move slightly north, and then this stronger squall line is going to begin. This is heading toward you. Owensboro is about to get... Owensboro's... I mean, right now, they're only saying 60-mile-per-hour winds in here, but this thing looks... I feel like Owensboro just got some big hail. We're not seeing it on here, but look at these cloud tops here. Look at this moving out towards St. Minrad. I don't know how to pronounce that. This squall line right here looks good. So that looks pretty decent. Let's see. Observe tornado ping pong ball size hail here. I just want to take one more look down here, make sure everything's good. Again, Harrisburg, Marktree, Lepanto. Get in a safe spot. Ohio, Indiana border. Let's see. Well, Ohio, Indiana border is good everywhere. I mean, you're all past the worst of it, except for this southwestern area. You still got some strong winds and hail down there. The rest of you guys, the worst of your night is over. The worst of the night is over. No problem. How is Lewis County, Kentucky looking? Samantha, I appreciate you. Meg, Alexis. Tap or get. I appreciate you guys. What was it? Lewis. Was it Lewisburg? I might have that wrong. I may have that wrong, but I don't want the NAM 12K. Give me the HRRR. Timing wise for you guys, 10 to 12 Eastern. So if you're central, 9 to 11 Eastern. Yeah, SIG tours, destructive winds. You know that 2-3 inch potentially gorilla size hail is all possible. Have weather alerts on. This thing is not far away from you guys. Hour 2. Still holding itself together pretty well, so luckily not seeing a ton of tornado warnings, which is good. See if we can keep that going. We did have a bunch earlier. Let's see here. Yeah, I keep getting asked about Louisville, but I've answered Louisville like 20 times. I know some people are new to the stream though. So Louisville, a lot of these storms up here to the north look like they're moving out to your north and east. they're to your north and west are moving out to your north, yeah, to your east. This squall line looks pretty decent though, and this is moving up to the east, to the north and east towards Louisville. Because of that, you could have had storms already, but this is going to take another potentially hour and a half for these storms to move into Louisville. And there's some pretty powerful looking systems, or pretty powerful looking QLCS line right here. Look at these cloud tops here. So we'll have to watch this area pretty closely. Louisville is not out of the clear. You guys have not really even began your night. All this is moving out east. So just to show you guys again, for anyone wondering, here's our storm. All right, this is our low pressure system up here. Here's our cyclone. And this thing, let's show you how it's moving. I'll give you the timestamps as we're going. This is in Eastern, though. 9 p.m., 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m., 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7 a.m., 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 1 p.m. tomorrow. Now, this thing comes back together. I know it looks like it's dissipated in the northeast, but watch as we get past 12 o'clock to 1 p.m., 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up in the northeast. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This thing cranks back up in the northeast tomorrow. That's why we have a slight risk for severe weather all the way up north, but we have a enhanced down here as well tomorrow. So this thing's going to re-intensify tomorrow as well. I do think, though, and not to jump the gun on this, just to keep people aware, I do think this Wednesday to Thursday event, this is our Wednesday to Thursday threat this week, is going to be much worse than what we're experiencing out here now. And we're just getting started. Not just getting started. We're in the middle of this, of what we're going through out here, because we still are going to watch. We still have a few hours of some potential severe weather out here. You can see we're kind of right in the middle of our risk zone right now. So we're kind of halfway through. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there's a lot of severe weather potential in this upcoming week. And the big difference between that and what we're experiencing right now is we're going to have a low-level jet that is going to be cranking. We have a lot going on with this one. We've got good dew points. We've got a decent amount of CAPE, convective available potential energy. The timing's pretty good here with the storms coming in, as the sun sets as well. That can help, again, break some of that cap. So there's a lot of things going for this severe setup, but the one thing this one doesn't have is a strong strong LLJ or mid-level jet, lower or mid-level jet, and that can really, really pump in. Let's just say pump in a lot of fuel, moisture, and shear, and really, really give you a tornado outbreak and not just a severe weather outbreak. Difference between a severe weather outbreak and a tornado outbreak is like we had a couple weeks ago. Is it a couple weeks ago now where we had 300 tornado warned storms and 100 confirmed tornadoes? That's a tornado outbreak. This is a severe weather outbreak, and there could be very strong tornadoes in it. So, and unfortunately, it looks to affect a similar area this upcoming Wednesday through Friday. Poor Ohio's fighting for our life. Yeah, so after this is done, we're going to be covering that. Still nothing here in Sellersburg, Indiana. Maybe the next hour. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. These storms are just to the north of Louisville, Sellersburg. This is going to be moving up to the northeast. You guys looked like you were going to be in these. Look at what the squall line's doing. Here's Sellersburg right in here. These storms are like this. So this is going to be moving up in your direction. So you're not out of it. Like I said, I think I said an hour and a half max. This tornado warning is going to expire. That's good. Another severe thunderstorm warning was just put over Dayton, though. Get ready. Strong winds and potentially some hail in Dayton soon. It's knocking on your door. This still looks pretty good down here. Let's get an update on our observed tornado down here. Ping pong sized hail. Decent looking couplet in here. So there's rotation. At least a funnel cloud. I still think this thing has some potential to intensify into something pretty strong. Northeastern Arkansas. That's La Ponta marked tree just to the south of Truman. It just moved through Harrisburg, moving off to the east. Lime-sized hail still falling out here. Just moved through New Summerfield. Just to the west of Crockett, this thing looks like it could fire up there and move up through Grapeland, Texas. Cincinnati, you have strong winds and potential hail knocking on your door. We do still have a tornado possible. So let's take a look and see how possible it is for you guys right now. I'm not seeing anything jumping off the map. Velocity-wise, extended tornado warning up there. We're going to look at that in a second. But some hail and very strong winds are about to move through Cincinnati, and they're already moving through western Metro Cincy. Radar indicated still, I'm not seeing anything jumping off the map here. I would get in a safe spot. Oh, right here, potentially. Right in here, potentially. I would get into... I mean, we could also be looking at this, though. There's two little spots of somewhat rotation here. I think this might be because of this one, and I think this is because of this one. It's two separate warnings. Wait, I could finally hear that? Wait, Rhythmic Bear, OJ. Yo, shout out OJ. That was actually a banger when that came on. Are you kidding me? What? OJ, you're the man. I appreciate that. Ashawn, user 33, David, Billy, Cookie, Jen B, what's going on? Samantha, I appreciate you guys. That was a banger. Thank you, OJ. Let's see here. Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, again, you guys look like this. You guys could experience some severe weather tonight. Really, there's a lot of potential for this kind of squall line to weaken before it gets over Cleveland, and that's what we're hoping happens. So another severe thunderstorm warning expansion. This is now headed just towards the border of Ripley, Henning, and Covington, Tennessee. Because Tennessee, you guys are severe weather is just now making it into western Tennessee. Louisville, again, you're about an hour out now from that severe weather. Let's see here. Can you please tell me Owen, Kentucky is good? Yes, the worst has gone over Owensboro, Kentucky. The worst has gone over Owensboro, Kentucky. Okay, listen, I would love to stay on all night. I'm going to have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. For work, unfortunately. I'm going to answer a few more questions here, and then I'm going to go over the timeline tonight. Okay? So let me see if I can do this quick. Can we see Northeast Iowa? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. Wait, Northeast Iowa for what? There's nothing going on up in Northeast Iowa. Here, let's take a look at our winter weather. You guys are quiet up in Northeast Iowa. I want to go over how this is going to go through the night really quickly with you guys. Okay? And then I want to quickly talk about, so pay attention to what I'm going to say now. I'm going over what's going to happen with the rest of this storm tonight. You can see the risk zone. You can see where the risk zone has been squished out to, out here. This is where we're still watching severe weather. We just got this update, so this is good, the 9 o'clock update. Let's go through what the rest of tonight's going to look like, and then the rest of this week super quickly, because I do have to get off. You guys know where you are, so pay attention to this real quick. This is the 00Z HRRR that's coming out. We'll go back to the 23Z. Here we go. We have severe thunderstorm warnings right now from all the way up here in southern BC. Oops, one second, guys. all the way down towards Memphis, Tennessee. We also have some severe thunderstorm, one severe thunderstorm warning. I think we could see some more. You guys down here, we're going to see some storms still fire up throughout the night. So anyways, let's look at our timeline here. 9 p.m., 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. Once we get to 3 a.m. Eastern, a lot of people, this is really up here. This thing is not looking impressive anymore once we get to 3 a.m. Eastern, okay? Down here to the south is a different story. Down here to the south, overnight, we need to pay attention. Mississippi, Alabama, into Louisiana, southeastern Arkansas. We need to pay attention still. As this thing continues to push off, this is going to de-intensify a little bit. Other than in Mississippi and Alabama, we're still seeing that. You see that squall line? And then Atlanta, as we get into 12 in the afternoon, this re-intensifies. Let's really quickly, I'll go back to my 18Z here just so you guys kind of get it. All right, right around 12. And then as we get into, here we go, about 3, 4, 5 p.m., we start to see this QLCS kind of explode up the coast, which is why we have a slight and enhanced risk zone tomorrow out here as well. Hail, wind, tornadoes, they're all possible, likely weaker tornadoes, but we have an enhanced zone down here where it isn't impossible to see an EF2+. So we need to pay attention to that tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. There's a little bit of a concern later this week as well. I know we're paying attention to what's going on now, but I need to talk about this really quickly because this event could way eclipse what we're experiencing now. And so really quickly, I need to show you guys this. Where are we? Okay. Really quickly, I want to show you guys this. And I don't know why. Oh, it's because I changed. It's because I changed the size. That's fine. Let's just go in like this. Okay. Really quickly, this is important. Right here. This right here, guys, is our Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is going to be Wednesday night into Thursday, it looks like right now. This is a 4 out of 5 and 5 out of 5 risk zone with a hatch on it from CSU. This right here is what we see when we get a tornado outbreak. We're talking about the potential for our 200, 300 tornado warned storms. This would make tonight's event look like nothing. If this were to happen, we need to pay attention to this through the middle and towards the end of next week. And then we could see this Thursday, Friday shifting out here towards the coast. We're also watching for the potential, and I'm not exaggerating, of 10 to 15 inches of rain through this region with this system. So with this system and then through the end of this week. So we've got a lot of concerns with this upcoming midweek through the end of this upcoming week. There's plenty of time for this thing to downtrend and not be as impressive as it looks right now. So let's hope that this downtrends, because as much as I'm interested in severe weather, we don't want a tornado outbreak after this event we're having tonight. I needed to tell you guys that before I got off. I do need to get off. I've got to get up at 5:30 in the morning. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm also been feeling, I don't know if it's my allergies, but I've been feeling sick as well today. And it's, I don't know if you can hear it. I'm congested as hell. It's because it was 80 degrees in Philly yesterday, and it's not supposed to be. Not supposed to be yet. Noah, I appreciate you. Melissa and Ali, I appreciate you guys. Okay, I'll stay on 5 more minutes, and I'll do a speed round of answering questions real quick here, okay? 5 more minutes, speed round, and then I got to go. Let's just look at our radar, and let me give you guys the latest updates on here. I do want to just check in on here because this one observed still ping pong size hail. Okay, this is still moving towards Lepanto and Mark Tree. This is still a concerning look for me. We do have some rotation down there. Northeastern Arkansas. This tornado warning up here, we've continued to see this tornado warning. This looks like we could have a tornado on the ground just to the north of Lebanon now. It's actually looking a little slightly more impressive. This does look like our couplet here just to the south of Dodds, Ohio, moving right out towards Harveysburg, Ohio. Get in a safe spot if you're up there, please. And okay, let me answer a bunch of questions really quick before I hop out of here. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Yeah, Bowling Green, Kentucky. This stuff is probably an hour out to your west. So again, Bowling Green. Let's look at our HRRR. as we get into 11 p.m. Eastern. So this is more like 2 to 3 hours. Things are probably going to go downhill. So Bowling Green, are you guys central? This would be more like 10 to 11 p.m. Central. Caleb and Ashley, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate that, Money Gun. Thank you so much. Seriously. Ali, I appreciate you. All right, Atlanta, Georgia. Yep, Atlanta, Georgia. 11 a.m., 12 p.m. tomorrow, 1 p.m. That time frame, middle afternoon. You guys are going to be an enhanced risk. Take it seriously. How many tornadoes do you think Toledo will have later this week? Well, specifically Toledo, that's pretty hard to tell. But again, if we see that look, it's not impossible to get over 100 to 200 tornado horn storms. So we don't want that to happen. Yeah, Wednesday looks sketchy. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Wednesday looks way worse than what we're seeing tonight. But that's potential. There's time for that thing to downtrend, and we're going to hope that it does downtrend. Is there a storm surprising you anywhere? Northwest? Is this storm surprising you anywhere? Northwest Alabama. Again, Northwest Alabama, the problem is this is going to be late night, so we hate when everyone's, asleep when this thing cranks up. Northwest Alabama, this is getting into 3 a.m., 4 a.m. when things are going to start going downhill, including probably 4, 5 a.m. Huntsville, probably 3 a.m. Florence, although the central time, that'd be 2 to 3 a.m. So really need to pay attention there. Yeah, no problem. Mobile, Alabama, Pensacola, time frame. We're looking more like 9, 10, 11 a.m. Things are going to start going downhill for you guys. So that's hopefully most people will be up in the morning there, Mobile, out to Pensacola. So you guys will be able to get those weather alerts. All right, I got to get off, guys. I will post more updates tomorrow. We're going to go over. That's another severe thunderstorm warning right up here. Springfield, just to the west of Columbus. Columbus, if anyone's in Columbus, Ohio, this thing is not too far from you in Columbus. Hour and a half, potentially. Again, Louisville, Sellersburg, this thing looks like it's pretty close, within an hour. I'm going to post updates on everything out here east tomorrow because this Sphero is going to shift east. I'll be on live tomorrow, and then we need to talk about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week because this has the potential, not to scare anyone, potential to be one of the, if not the biggest severe weather outbreak of this spring with how it looks. You've got CSU putting a 5 out of 5 severe on it already with a hatch for tornadoes. So we need to cover it, and we need to hope that that thing downtrends, which they downtrend all the time. It's a real possibility, but we'll cover it. I appreciate you guys, and hopefully I see you tomorrow. I appreciate anyone who follows, sub, gifted. Just being in here seriously helps. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I love doing this, and I obviously just want to give you guys good information. Everyone have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. All right? I appreciate you guys. See you.